Darren Hager, Chief Everything Officer at 88 Footwear. And today in Behind the Design, we're going to go really far back. As many of you may know, I've been in the footwear industry for about 15 years, and I studied as an industrial designer. But prior to that, I went to school for architecture for a few years because my dad, Jerry Hager, is an architect for a very long time, and a lot of what he has done in the past has influenced me both as a career choice, which then led me down another road, but also as an entrepreneur. So we're just going to talk for a few minutes with Jerry and get his background, and you'll see how and why I am the way I am. So let's start. Dad, tell me about your background, how you got into architecture.
I don't remember. I don't know how I got into architecture.
Dad, I'm interviewing you.
I know, but you have to do it over and over again for me to get used to it.
I'll edit it, just really shortly. How did you get into architecture?
Originally, I studied to be an accountant because my father wanted me to handle the finances of his business. And I took some classes and an aptitude test where they informed me that I had an aptitude for both math and art, which was surprising to me. But I pursued that, attended and graduated Pratt Institute in Brooklyn, New York, and studied architecture and building science management, and eventually became an architect and worked for a number of years for different architects, where I got my background in design, and eventually opened up my own business where I incorporated both the design, the finance, construction, equipment, actually doing facilities on a turnkey basis, because I felt that the quality of work that I saw out there in the field was not the quality that I wanted to achieve. And so I did each of the individual items in my office, and that gave me an overall background, which I believe transferred over to Darren. And he took the same route that I did, except in a different field, and that's where
we are today.
That's where we are today. My boy.
All right. Well, so now you can see how the way my business runs, where I am Chief Everything Officer, and that means that I am doing the role, every single role there is, from designing, developing, sourcing, selling, promoting, styling, customer service, the books, everything. I got that indirectly from my dad's experience, basically doing the same thing, because he was dissatisfied with what he saw out in the marketplace in terms of architecture. I also was dissatisfied with what I saw in the marketplace for footwear, and felt that I could do a better job of it on my own, and that's what I'm doing. And here's a couple of quick books from my library that were my dad's. This book, I don't know, what is this, 50 years old, 40 years old?
I don't remember.
Design Graphics, very, very old book from when he was in school, to some vintage 1970s marker rendering books from his office that I definitely used when I was in college, learning about marker rendering. And I started out in architecture and got an associate's degree in it, but found that it just wasn't for me. But because I decided to go into architecture, I wound up finding industrial design. And because I found industrial design, you guys are all wearing the freshest sneakers on the planet. So that's a little bit further behind the design with Heyday Footwear. And remember, it's not hype, it's Heyday.